Hi, I'm Carl from the Woodshop TV. Today I'm going to show you how to make keychains out of recycled automotive paint. And stick around, I'll let you know how you can win the Murder Bowl. Let's get started. Help support the companies that support our community. Here's the material I'm going to be working with today. It's automotive paint. It's also known as Fordite or Detroit agate. If you want to get your hands on some of it, they sell it on eBay. Just look up Fordite, it'll come up and you can buy raw pieces. I don't sell a lot of the raw pieces on my Etsy store. I usually try and do stuff with them, but every once in a while I throw a few pieces up there. But it's just neat stuff. I got this out of the Freightliner plant in Portland, Oregon. That's where I worked for 20 years with my wife as well. So I would cut this off of the racks during lunch. And when I was in Atlanta, I got to hang out with Heath Knuckles. This is the keychain I got from Heath, and it's maple burl and resin. It's really cool. And what a great idea to use up the scraps like that. So the ones I made, they're just solid automotive paint, and I love the just abstract look to them. It's just fun stuff to work with. I have made everything out of this stuff, everything from knife handles to rings to turned boxes on the lathe, but I never thought about doing key rings. Why not? It's automotive paint. All right, let me walk you through the process. I'm gonna just cut up a few pieces on the bandsaw and drill a hole in it for the ring, and then we'll take it back over the lathe and sand it. When you drill them out for the ring, make sure you have a flat surface so they don't rock on you. They'll tend to chip like that. So just pick a spot on it that you want. Don't go too close to the edge. Turn the drill press up on about medium and go kind of slow. So I have all the holes drilled out. Do that first because the stuff is a little brittle and you don't want to spend all the time sanding it and then drill a hole and have it break. So just do that part first. So what I'm going to do is start with 120 grit right here. I have a little pad in a Jacobs chuck. You can do this on the drill press. You can hand sand these. You don't need to have it on the lathe. I just do because my vacuum is right here, so it's just easier. So what I'm going to do is run all of these through 120. I'll switch to 150, run them all through, and I'm just going to keep going through. And then the final two grits, I think I'm going to do 340 and 400. I'll wet sand those. So basically, the 120 actually takes it down pretty quick, so you can shape them. A lot of these I'm going to round over all the corners and maybe give it a little bit of more of a shape than that, but it takes it down pretty quick. And there's not a whole lot to it. Just find a nice shape you like. So I got a few of them done. I'm going to save these till later. This one here, actually, that piece right there was in there and it broke off, but I really like that shape. It looks like a seahorse or something, but it's really weak. I can actually move that spot right there, so I'm going to fill that with some epoxy before I wet sand that one. I'm going to do that first so it stiffens up a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is I just went up to 240 and I'm going to go ahead and take it over and wet sand them with 320 and 400. I just rinsed the dust off, so now I'm just going to wet sand them. So this is 320 here, so I'll do this to all of them and then switch and do 400. I didn't, on the other ones, you really don't have to go up past 400. Once you put the clear on them, it really shines up, so you can't see any of the scratches really, so I don't think there's any need to get carried away with the mesh pads or anything. After the clear dries, the last thing to do is put the little hooks on it and the keychain. So I just went to the hobby store, bought some little hooks. They pretty much just open up with your hand, just like that. And got the little regular keychain things. So let's open it up, slide it through the hole, close it back up. If they don't go back together perfect, most of them did, but I grabbed a pair of needle nose pliers to just kind of crimp it up just a little bit if you had to. Just don't put too much pressure on them. They're not that strong. And then all you do is take this little guy here, slide it on like that, and you're done. That's it. That's pretty much all there is to it. I put about 5 coats on these things. The more you build it up, I mean, don't get carried away, but put at least 5 or 6 coats on it. It really helps, you know, bond it together too if there's any layers that are trying to come apart. So, and it's just crystal clear enamel. So, and you can just get it at the home store. And these things just came from a local hobby store. There we go. I really like the little teardrop one too. I like the way that came out. I like the ones with a lot of detail in it, but I think that's a little cool one. Again, Heath, thank you so much for the idea. I really appreciate it. I will put a link down below in the description to Heath's channel, so go check it out. As far as this stuff, again, look on eBay for it if you want to get some of the raw stuff, but I will have all of these up for sale on my Etsy store. All right, the murder bowl. I talked to Peter about it and he suggested doing a giveaway for all my Patreon members. So at the end of the month on the 28th, I will do a random drawing for all my Patreon members and we will give away the murder bowl. I know even in the pictures you can't really see it, but it is just, it's amazing. The black in it, I know it looked black and silver, but when you get up close to it, you can see into the black a little bit. It is so cool. Again, Peter, thank you so much. So if you're a Patreon member, your name will be put in the hat for this and we'll give it away on the 28th. All right, if this is your first time here, I have a new project video every Friday. I hope to see you there. Till next week, take care.